Hello, welcome to my channel. The energies of the collective today were painful. First card, the goddess Oshun. Cleanse. Take a salt bath. Wash your hair. Get all them critters out your hairline. Clasp your fingers together. Put them in the back of your head and do figure eights. Right on the lower edge of your skull. This will help your eyesight and help cleanse your head. A lot of people were in pain today, dying pain in their lower gut. Hip connection is where the nerve is. If you explore there, if you were one of these people, I hope you feel better soon. A lot of women were clearing stuff out of the uterus, a lot of men through the intestine. This is a passage through space-time. Letting go of a killer program. The killer program has been killed. Rest and rejuvenate. It's time. You now have a foundation and achievements. You achieved a lot. The tests that you passed, your moral tests. This is positive movement forward. You found new wisdom. You have learned the importance of patience and not forcing. The importance of balance. Because on your mind, you have been waiting and waiting and waiting for spiritual union. What is blocking you is memories of love. So if you expect something to look like the past, but you want something new, you're blocking yourself. Consider writing stories of your future as though they happened in the recent past. That's the trick to scripting. Script your new life. And see yourself as sitting on the beach in Bermuda looking towards the Bermuda Triangle. You can just walk onto a new timeline there, and you don't even need to travel there. You can just see it in your mind's eye and write down the story of what happened today in that life where your other self that's living the life of their dreams already is doing. You just want to walk into that timeline. That's how it's done. So you got to get rid of the old memories. It's clogging your system. Ain't that the truth? It's chaining you. Look at all those chains. You're seeing the truth. The truth is that you're holding on to these chains. You are your own worst enemy. That's the truth. Once you accept that you are the Buddha and you kill the Buddha, and you see you are the Buddha and the one who killed the Buddha, and you are the river, you become the weave of the matrix itself. You become the universe. It's a universe. It's all about you. Nobody else. Look in your heart, look within. Look within, because all this pain. Okay. I don't know if you remember, but I remember, having this body that was like just a fountain, like a dragon head, like a, flagship. Like I'm just like down here, and like my aura was like pumping, like cosmic, taking over the universe. And then people came and and attacked this like fountain flower of energy. And I got a visual after the trip to Hades of what my body looked like. And it wasn't even a body anymore. It was like this used box, you know, and there's like the black track was kind of like over where my head would have been. And it was just empty. You're just left as this empty box about the size of a telephone booth. Just that, you know, black track that went by was there. Because when you're traumatized, when trauma gets thrown at you, if you're an empath and you pick that up, old trauma, ancestral trauma, that fear pocket, if you're still holding on to fear and pain, you're holding on to a victimization death code. If it's really scary, that's like, I'm gonna kill you kind of thing. So I killed the death program, finally, after like 3 months. I tried my usual, I tried like reverse engineering it because it was dismembering. So I tried pixelating it like in the Lawnmower Man. Like it was a plow down force. It was a bombing force, but that wasn't enough. It was so calculating and murderous. To reverse engineer, you really have to kill the Buddha. Like, who do you think you are with all these, you know, I saw a lollipop on the ground today. Life is not all sunshine and lollipops and rainbows, even when you're the Buddha. So once you have collided with the infinite, you realize that it's like programs and codes. And I had a difficult job of taking on a bunch of trauma that touched on my family. And it was a man in black. And so I had to out Jerry. His name means spearhead. I had to out spearhead him. So in the end, I had to have his head on a spear. And I had to dismember him and outdo him in that way. So I used the Hillary Clinton code that exists in some universes on the pedestal laptop that disappeared. The worst heinous thing ever, you know, ran that code to do on him and spearheaded his head like Shaka Zulu to defeat it. It's like I had to become the killer. And so if you are always like hanging on to your trauma, the victim, you were put in this box. You gotta be a cat and get out of the box. You know, as much as cats love boxes, cats know how to escape a box. You gotta think outside the box. So it's like a killer program virus in the computer that seeks to spread, and it seeks to kill. And the way that it spreads is you think you're protecting someone because you have all this fear in you, but you're actually spreading the virus, and that's karma. And that's how people transfer karma onto their children, onto their loved ones, because they want to protect them so much because they're so scared, but they're actually just spreading that virus of fear. And that fear is actually a very dark entity. The higher the level of fear, the darker the entity. That's usually how it is. You don't have to buy into that, though. If you don't believe that, don't. Never give your power away to anybody else. It's your universe. But as a shaman, as an alchemist, in my human design, the alchemy ring 3 times. I'm a master alchemist. I tried alchemizing that baddie, and I had to reverse engineer it. So you have to, unless you want to die, because that will make you ill. It takes your whole life away, takes your breath away. If you're not able to breathe a full breath, you got to face that demon and you got to kill that demon. So then you become the killer. But that it's all up here. I'm not suggesting you murder anyone in the flesh. No. You have to realize it's psychological. We are in a holographic universe. Kill the death program itself by taking it on and returning to sender. That's all it is. And stop hanging on to the victim role. It's all roles. It's acting.